Hi guys, welcome to class. Sorry about that, it's doing a stupid loady thing. But anyway, okay, so we have already, man, there's Sam, and I'm just reading the conversation. What the hell is happening here, right? Okay, so it's just loading. Yeah, how was your day? My day was okay, yeah, so it's still the morning, but yeah, my day yesterday was good. Okay, and Sam says tell it to take its time, yeah? I don't know, it's always like this, but I told it and it did take its time, yeah? So it listened to me for once. Okay, so in this session it's a reading session. We're going to read an article together about, about a call centre in the UK flew some of its staff over to New Zealand to work in New Zealand so that they could have like 24-hour service. So we're going to talk about this if you would like to be transferred. That means if you would like to be moved to another country with your company, and also how it is with call centers in your country and stuff. Yes, so if they outsource and things like this. So it's going to be a reading session. We're going to read this and discuss it. Okay, I don't know if anyone's here, but Sam says nice information to share. And okay, cool. Okay, so hopefully you can join in very, very, very soon. I will send you the article that we're going to refer to today, just now into the verbing chat, and hopefully you can all see this. Okay, there we go. In the meantime, we've got time. Ha ha ha! I'm going to plug my Facebook page again. So, for those who haven't yet added me, please add me on Facebook. I've checked things recently. I don't know if I've got any messages, but yeah, I'll check later. But please add me on Facebook if you haven't already done this. And someone already has, I think. And I didn't even give the link. That's quite efficient. Okay, so here you go. Here is the link. Please do so. Already we have, in the Hangout, we have 2 people. So we have, Manuel.
Hi.
Hi, Manuel. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Perfect. Nice to meet you, Manuel. I think this is the first time we've spoken. Is that true?
In Berlin, yes.
Otherwhere, somewhere else. I'm not sure. Okay, so anyway, cool, Manuel. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
I'm from Dominican Republic.
Cool.
And you?
So I'm from the UK originally. Yes, I'm from the UK. At the moment, I'm living in Germany. So yeah, I'm originally from the UK, not America. So you may not be familiar with my accent.
No, I don't get it. You're from the UK and you're living where?
Germany.
You're living in Germany now. Okay,
until for about 20 more days, yeah? I've lived here for the last year, but for about 20 more days, then I'm going back. So, yeah, nice to meet you, Manuel.
Nice to meet you, too.
We have Adam.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you, Adam.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
Cool, great. Nice to meet you. And Hazel is back.
What?
Sorry, and Hazel is back.
Hazel,
do that.
Hello, Martin. I'm here as usual, but my my computer is loading. Was loading.
No worries at all. Well, the Hangout thing, yeah. So I've had this for the last couple of days, where the Hangout takes really a long time to load. But I don't know if that's a general problem with Hangouts or whatever. But okay, so Igor, are you there?
Yes. Hi.
Good to speak with you again.
Good to speak with you too. Thank you.
Cool. And Jason.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Nice to speak with you again. We've spoken before. Guys, for those, so Hazel, for example, is a regular, Igor's a regular, and Jason's now becoming a regular. But for the benefit of other people, and don't say, the other day I asked this question, and I think Sam was in the class. I said, your name, where you come from, people like Batman from New York and things like this. So Hazel, yeah, your name and where you come from, please, for the rest of the new people.
I don't know. I never thought about that. Let me think and I will tell you.
No worries, no worries. Igor, your name and where you come from.
Yeah, like
the other day. Batman from New York.
Yeah. Someone said Madonna from New York last time.
Yeah, who was that? Was that
Rafael, I think.
But I'm surprised. I got the class. I was like, what happened? Yeah, what did I miss? Anyway, okay, so
He
that's cool.
changed his from man to woman. Okay.
Raphael is a painter. That's why maybe he said painted Madonna.
Oh, it was Raphael.
Madonna
It was Raphael.
Sistina.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
the
from
painter.
it was Madonna. Yeah, so a secret
Madonna
Madonna. Cool. Okay, Javi is there. Javi, you there?
Yes, hello Martin, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Nice to speak with you. We haven't spoken before, right?
Yes, a pair of classes, I suppose, like 10 years ago, something like that.
Oh, you're from Spain? Are you from?
Yeah, yes.
Javi's from Spain. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, Okay, which part of Spain was it?
Well, really, I am from Madrid, but I am living now in Palma de Mallorca.
Cool, Mallorca. So, yeah, so we're invading, yeah? So the British and the Germans like invaded Mallorca, right?
Yeah. Now they are starting to immigrate here to the island. Everyone come here in summer.
Yeah, so it's full, yeah? So British
Yeah.
eating fried breakfast and, shouting really loudly. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so Javi, good to meet you. So what's it like living in Mallorca as a Spanish person?
Sorry,
Is it exciting for you? So is it
Yes.
exciting for you living on Mallorca? Because I guess for you, the weather's not so appealing now because you're used to the weather. For British, maybe it's quite exciting, yeah? So what's life like there for you?
Well, now here is a good, we have a very good weather. In this, we are in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and well, nowadays there is start to be hotter than in winter, but I prefer also the winters here because they are very soft,
Mild, you can say, yeah? Mild.
Yeah, mild.
Mild, yeah? So not too cold or whatever, yeah? So, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Man, you there?
Hello.
Hello. I'm going to copy this one day, yeah? So hello. Okay, so good to speak with you, man. How are you today?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good. How was your day?
I'm very good.
Good. Okay, so good to speak again. And also Sam, last but not least, Sam.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You woke up.
Thank you.
You woke up, Sam.
No, I didn't wake up actually.
Apparently he isn't yet.
Not yet. Okay, so let's, I don't know, sing really loudly, do something that really annoys him. Sam, what time did you wake up?
About 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Oh, okay, too early. Why 6 a.m.? Did you have other classes?
Yes, I had a Spanish class.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so I also woke up quite early today, yeah, so, but not for Spanish, Japanese class, yeah, but it's too difficult, really difficult. Okay, so anyway, any stories, yeah, so has anyone got any stories, anything interesting? Okay, in that case, let's go on. So in today's class, it's a reading class, we're going to read about, like a call center. So does everyone know what a call center is? A call.
Yes.
Okay. For those, apart from Igor, who knows, Action has joined us. Action. In theory. Okay, so I can't hear you, Action. Just check. I think it's loading, yeah? So you just joined. Manuel, what is a call center?
Yeah. Could you please repeat the question for me?
Sure. Manuel, what's a call center?
No, I don't know what it is.
Okay, no worries. Javi, what is a call center?
Well, I suppose that it's a company where they provide services that they are through the communication through the telephone, so you can contact every time with other people in the world.
Okay, yeah. So it's basically a call center is like an office or whatever, where if you have a problem, you want to call customer service, your phone and say, yeah, I have a problem with my toaster, it's not working. Please, can you do something? And it's like an advice center, I guess. Yeah. So call center, or equally, it could be for marketing. So at the call center, they could They could phone lots of customers, say, buy our, I don't know, windows, yeah, buy our doors, things like this, yeah. So it could be sales, or it could be, for example, customer service. It's basically a center with lots of telephones and lots of people making phone calls. Yeah.
Is this British spelling how you wrote in chat? Center?
We write it center.
Center.
Americans put it ER. I think Americans put ER, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we make it complicated maybe. Or Americans make it simple, either or. Okay, so center, yeah, cool center. You can say both, but in British English we put RE. American English they put ER. It's a bit like things like yeah, that's American.
Meter. Meter and theater, I think, are spelling similarly.
Yeah, so American. So things like this. So the ER and the U is a common one. So colour, COLOR, COLOUR in British. Okay, so it's slightly different, but you can use both. For me, it just looks odd, yeah, with seeing no U's, yeah, or seeing the ER. It looks like a spelling mistake. But anyway, okay, so you can choose. Okay, so call center. Was that clear? Conrad has joined us as well. With a reindeer. Conrad, you've changed. Okay, we'll come back. Jose is there.
Yeah, I'm here at last.
Oh, you're there, Conrad. Okay, so what's happened to you? You're looking a bit, I don't know, antlery.
I get headache of looking at your cam.
What is in your head?
Yeah. So,
No.
Conrad, is it okay?
I am in and out.
You're what?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
fine
so
now.
is that your
Reindeer.
reindeer? In Finland,
Yeah,
do you keep
pretty well,
reindeers as
yeah.
pets? Is it like your dog? Do you walk it?
Yeah.
It's your pet. Cool. Okay, so it's like you don't need cars in Finland, yeah? So you just
Not
need a
really.
reindeer. Do you have a white beard as well?
Here is very traditional pet.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
that's cool. Conrad, do you have a white beard? And do you slightly rotund?
White pet? No, no.
Are you do you have a white
No,
beard?
no,
and
no,
you no. Okay. Cool. Okay, so good to speak to you again, Conrad.
Thank you, Martin. Very interesting.
Interesting insight. Okay, so Jose,
Hi, Disha.
how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Good to speak with you again. Any news? Any updates? Any random pets like Conrad? What would they keep in Spain? Bulls? Yeah? No, that's not. Okay. So anyway, so good to speak with you, Jose. We're doing a reading session. Okay. So in the right-hand side, in the verbing chat box, I sent you the article ages ago, but lots of people have been writing to me. So 1 second. Can't find the pages. No, no one has. I have information. Sometime the Hangout could be disturbed by your internet. Okay, that's interesting, Mario. Yeah, so cheers. It could be so. Yeah, so it's interesting. Okay. Anyway, let's go for it.
I have one question.
Okay.
Before we start, like now when we put the S in the like takes, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Does it mean always like action?
It takes, it plays. Well, as in when you put the S, it's always an action. Yeah. So it's always on the verb. Yeah. So it takes time. She plays. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Always with the verb. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of if there's an exception, but I think so all the time. So she goes. Yeah. Go becomes goes with es. Yeah. Yeah. Always with the verb.
Always.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay, so let's go on. I've sent you. Well, Jose put the article, and Sam gave an explanation. Yeah, so cool. Okay, so let's go on. First of all, I want to find out your opinions. If a company of yours, if your company or someone said to you, we want you to move across the world, onto the other side of the world. What would you say? So, Adams, would you be willing to relocate
Sure.
to the other side of
That
the
will
world?
be awesome for sure. Sure.
You would be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it's the other side of the world?
Yeah. You know,
Cool.
see new countries, seeing new people. Sure, it will be awesome.
For how long?
As long as it takes.
As long as it takes 20 years?
No. No. Years, no.
How long do you think would be enough, or would be the right amount of time
Well,
to spend? Yeah.
If we're talking about years, like 1 or 2 years, yeah, that will be okay. But more than this, no. That will be a little bit of a problem.
Too much. Okay. Yeah. So, Hazel, what about you?
Yes, I think it would be very interesting to see other places, but only for a few months for me, not for years anyway.
Yeah. So, for a few months. Yeah. So, go on holiday, seen it. Bye bye. Yeah. Buy the T-shirt, buy the touristy stuff, and then come back. Yeah. So,
Martin,
yeah.
I have heard you wrote on Facebook you've been to Russian.
Yeah. Well, I've been to Belarus, so it's next to Russia.
And you said you had bad experience, and it was a funny story. Just to comment.
What happened? I can't remember. How long ago was this?
It was like.
I remember your history about the snails in Spain.
Oh, maybe about the snails. Yeah. So that was in Spain. That was in Spain. The snails. Yeah. So I couldn't speak Spanish, but I was with a friend who could speak Spanish, and as a joke ordered me snails. Because I'm a bit squeamish with this kind of stuff, and I got it, and so the Spanish guys among you will know this kind of snails. Yeah. So, Javi.
Yes. Yes.
Javi.
Well, I think that. Yes. I think that. In my opinion, yes. You're asking me about the possibility to.
Oh, sorry. First of all, man there's a distraction. But do you like snails? Eating snails?
Snails? No, I don't like it. No.
Okay. Yeah. So now, what would you say about moving across the world? Yes. Yeah? So this could be one thing to consider: is the food.
Yeah.
So the food you're used to. If you go abroad, they maybe eat some unusual things that you're not used to. So, Javi, could you adapt to this?
Yes, can you say the question about the working in another place?
Yeah. Okay. So, could you be relocated to another country on the other side of the world if it meant your family?
Yes. Well, in my opinion, I think that this is maybe it's a good possibility. Well, it depends on the country, of course, and also, if there is the possibility to come back here to my country at least twice a year, I think that it could be a good new possibility.
Okay, but we're not talking about staying in Europe. We're not talking about going somewhere, maybe even North Africa or whatever, but really, really the other side of the world. So, I don't know, Taiwan, yeah, for example, or I don't know, yeah. So somewhere completely different.
Yeah.
Could you do it, Javi?
Yeah. Well, really, it depends on the conditions in the work, because maybe you have the possibility to come back here in your country at least every 3 months or something like that. So, maybe it's a good experience to see new world, and I suppose that in the future, with the global world, will be more common this kind of situation. So
commuting, yeah. So I think so, yeah. So because things are getting smaller, everyone's getting more connected. That why not? Okay, and also travel is becoming very cheap now, yeah. So with the budget airlines, for example, in Europe. I don't know. Javi, have you ever used a budget airline in Europe?
How frequently do you say?
Have you ever used Ryanair or EasyJet, for example?
Yeah. Yes, of course. I go with my old seat.
So how cool would it be, guys, in the future? For example, I don't know. Yeah. So it was like 50 euros to go to China or whatever. Yeah. So I think that'll be quite interesting. I don't know. They were talking a couple of years ago about, I don't know if it's like they're really going to do it, but they're talking about issuing €10 flights between London and New York. Yeah, so they're going to find a model to release really, really cheap flights where they would have a really luxurious business class section, first class section, really cheap economy section, and because the business side will be very, very luxurious and the economy side won't be, they could sell tickets from €10. Yeah, so I don't know if that would happen in the future, but why not? Yeah, so I don't know. Jose, what about you? Could you live on the other side of the world? Could you move to the other side of the world?
Yes, I would live in another side of the world. No worry, no problem.
It'll be okay, yeah. So to adapt quite quickly.
That will be amazing.
Okay, yeah. So it'll be good experience. But for how long, Jose?
I never mind. For half a year of every day of my life, no problem.
Okay, yeah. So for half a year, it'll be okay for you to do this. Let's go back. I missed some people. I missed Igor and Jason. Igor, could you live in a completely different country?
Depends on what country. Could you give me 3 countries?
Okay, if I said to you, where do we guys come from? So if I said to you first, Finland is not the other side of the world. That's quite too close. Jason, sorry, are you from China? You're from China, right?
Yes, I come from China.
Okay, let's do this because that is the other side of the world. For example, could you live somewhere in Asia like China or somewhere like Thailand, somewhere like that? Yeah. So, and equally, Jason, I'll ask you the same thing. Could you live in Europe in a minute? But Igor, what would you say?
Depends on what country. If country the condition is good, condition is not war there or something like war. Do you know these countries where they have conflicts, social something disturbance? So in that country is not. But if country is at the level of my country, at least of my country, if I can compare, so of course I would move, and I would move for time. How to say that my interest corresponds with interest of company. Do you know this expression?
Wait, your interests correspond with the interests of your company, meaning...
Yeah, another phrase, if you can say in more English phrase, because it's from my language.
Okay, so as in, do you mean as long as you have a job, basically? As long as you have a job?
As that job interests me and payment that they pay me. So when I would find a better job, or when I would think that this job is not for me, or this company is not for me, I would quit.
So as long as your job permits, or the job still appeals to you, you could say something like this, I guess. Okay, so as long as it's still interesting, as the payment's good and everything's fine, then you'd stay. But as soon as not, you want to go back. So I guess it's all about getting a good job. I guess we're all motivated if we got offered a good salary to travel. Maybe, yeah, even if we wanted to travel as well, this would motivate us, I guess. But Jason, what about you? Could you live in somewhere like Europe? Yeah, somewhere completely different.
Allowed to live in some foreign countries, but in China it is very difficult to get a visa to other countries. Yeah.
So difficult to, yeah? So with the visa process, and I guess I don't know,
yeah?
Yes. Okay, so it's interesting. So it's difficult?
Yes, it's very difficult and very, it need lots of time to get a visa. But in my personal opinion, Sorry?
I've had my visa rant in another session. I won't give you the rant again for those maybe who are watching. But it is so, yeah, they ask really, really funny questions. Well, it's important, of course it's important, yeah, for visas and things, for, safety or whatever. But, they do, I've seen these, like the forms, the visa forms to the UK, and they're crazy, really, some of the questions they ask. But, okay, so it's interesting, Jason. But you're saying, but if it was easier for you, would you like to? So if you could, would you like to live somewhere like Europe?
Yes, very much. I want to go to France.
To France, yeah? So to Paris or so?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, it's interesting. And for how long? Would you like to live there for a long time, or only for maybe a year or a couple of years?
I think a couple of years. And
A couple of years.
yes. I think I'd like to live in some place for a couple of years and then move to the other countries to live for some years. I think
Yeah.
it should be very interesting.
So don't stay in the same place. Don't stay in the same place. Yeah? You've got itchy feet.
Yeah.
You can say itchy feet.
Sorry, I don't know what does it mean.
You've got itchy feet. Itchy feet means you're always wanting to do something, yeah? So you can never stand still. You always want to go to one place to a different place to try something new. That means you've got itchy feet.
Yeah.
Your feet are itching you and you want to move, yeah? Something like that. So we say you have itchy feet. You wouldn't like to stay in the same place. You wouldn't like to settle in one place. Interesting.
Yes, it is very interesting to feel the different culture from the other countries.
Okay, yeah, so it's good. But then eventually you'll miss good Chinese food, I'm sure, yes? I don't know, when you try the Chinese food in the UK, you'll probably think, yeah, I'm going back to China, yes. Okay, Conrad.
Yes.
What about you? Oh, no, wait, I asked you, didn't I? No, did I ask you?
No.
I kind of can predict your answer, though. That's the thing. That's really worrying, guys. Yes. Okay, yeah. Conrad, you would say, let me guess, you would say you would be willing to travel, yeah? So I think you'll be really, really up for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could go for quite a long time, right? So you could go maybe for 5 years and you'll be comfortable, right?
Yeah, it's quite hard to me to decide that kind of things because, for example, I've been in almost all Europe and Latin America, but I don't know about Asia or Africa because in China you could eat insects or that kind of thing. It's quite hard to get used to eat that kind of things.
So the food, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah. Jason, is it true, yes? So in Spain and France, they, as I learnt, eat snails. Jason, okay, what about your food, yeah? So Conrad mentioned insects, okay? What is this true?
Do you love insects?
Insects.
Fried crickets.
Insect is like cockroach?
Yeah.
Things like this, yeah. So I've heard grasshoppers, for example, in some countries are considered a delicacy and they're quite delicious. I don't know, I haven't tried, but I've heard grasshoppers, for example, but insects.
I heard about crickets. Fried crickets are crunchy.
Yeah,
I won't eat, but I heard that are very appreciated.
Has anyone seen I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Yeah? I'm sure you have versions like this in your country, but they eat things like kangaroo, and things like that, yeah? So they eat very, very odd things on this show. I don't know if any of you have seen this, but it's called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
No.
Hello? Hello, Matt?
Yes, please. Jason?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, so do you know grasshoppers? Grasshoppers. Grasshoppers. Okay, we'll come back. So, man, yeah, so for example, in Saudi Arabia, they eat camel, yeah? So this is something, in the UK, we eat eels, which is maybe something that's quite disgusting for you guys. It's disgusting for me.
What is eels?
A fish, like a snake.
But the way it's served, it's not just about eel, but it's the way it's served, which is quite, yeah, so it's
gelatin.
Yeah.
Like Egyptian, they put something in the ground and then they keep it for a long time. After that, they eat it.
Wow.
It tastes awful.
Disgusting.
Lovely, delicious. Okay, so I'll show you my screen. And here is jellied eels. Okay, so this is a thing from London. It's a very Cockney thing. So from the East End of London, and it's just something very unique, I guess. Yeah. So this, I've tried eel. My nan cooked this for me when I was young, but not like this. But for me, I'm not brave enough to try this. Maybe I'll try this one day, but for me, it just, I don't know. Has anyone else tried this or something similar in your countries? So I don't know if you have this.
With gelatin?
Yeah.
In my country, Romanian especially have a dish with gelatin, but they make from pork, and I don't eat. I didn't eat never. And they make with turkey, and when I was a kid, I ate it. It wasn't disgusting.
It's okay, yeah. So, but it just looks like slime. Yeah, it looks like something from your nose. Anyway, okay. So, yeah. So this is something unusual, and this is a thing maybe we have to adapt to when we go to different countries. So not so many people I'd say eat this. Well, okay. In London, you see like pie shops and places where you can buy this, but it's not like a popular dish, I would say, because it's quite unusual. But yeah, could you adapt quite easily to different cultures? So different foods and things like this, yeah? So, Man, what would you say? So, could you go to somewhere completely different, as in South America, for example?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like to try different kind of food. For me, it's... but maybe if something is like really disgusting, I won't try it. No.
Something, another way of saying disgusting is saying rank, yeah? When something's really rank. Say, like, yeah. Yeah, so when something's really rank, then maybe it's not. Yeah, so, okay, cool. So, in this article we're going to read now, it's about, I guess, New Zealand culture was different to British culture, but, you know, the same language, things like that. So it's not like going to, I don't know, Indonesia, yeah, where they speak a completely different language. It's between the UK and New Zealand. And what a company did was moved its staff, some of its staff, from the call centre in the UK, in a place called Wrexham. I've never been there, never heard of it, to New Zealand. So they were asked to move because of the time zones. So they could, rather than calling the staff into work at night time, when they're a bit tired, maybe they're not so energetic, they moved them to New Zealand so that our nighttime would be their daytime and they could be more refreshed, yeah, and they could work better. And they don't have to pay the staff so much, because if you hire staff at night, usually you have to pay them more money, more salary. So actually it was cheaper to relocate them to New Zealand, pay them a normal salary in New Zealand, and to get them to work in the daytime, yeah, because they were more fresh. So they got some benefits from this and things. Okay, so that's what we're going to read. Did everyone manage to open the article I sent you?
Right, Martin.
Yeah.
Please, may you post it again?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
1 second. Okay, so, and I'll also share my screen to those who are watching. I think it's in Wales, yeah? So it says it's Wales news, so I guess it's from, these people are from Wales. So I guess that's a big difference, yeah? New Zealand compared, and actually they say that New Zealand is like the Wales of the southern hemisphere, yeah, something like this, because they've got lots of sheep. Maybe the climate is not the same, but you know, they compare it to the two, New Zealand and Wales, somehow, and because of the countryside as well. So I don't know, maybe it's not completely different for them. But anyway, okay, so let's have a look at this.
Okay.
So Wrexham call centre staff fly to New Zealand to cover night shifts. Who would like to make a start reading?
I can read.
Okay, I can.
Let's go to Hazel first, then Man. Okay.
Okay. Call center staff from Wrexham are taking turns to live in New Zealand to cover night shifts back home in the UK. With New Zealand 12 hours ahead, Moneypenny staff normally based in Wrexham are still working day shifts but provide late night cover when colleagues in Wales clock off. Before opening the office in Auckland, bosses asked staff if they wanted to work nights or relocate temporarily. A trial group of 4 staff are due to return after flying out last November.
I think this is cool. So basically they fly them backwards and forwards. So they send them maybe for a couple of months and they alternate. Yeah, so some work in Wrexham, then they go to New Zealand, then come to Wrexham. Something like, that's what I understood from it. I think that's quite interesting. But we're going to talk about the words. Did everyone understand everything so far?
Yes.
Okay, so it's okay. Sam said earlier, Sam's not here right now. Sam worked in a call centre. But Sam's not here. Has anyone else got experience of working in a call centre?
No.
It's common like student job and things like this, yeah? And, I don't know, yeah? So,
To answer
I
to
knew
the, the
more.
phone.
Many years ago, did you say, Hazel?
I haven't worked. It's only to answer the phone. This is the job practically, no?
Yeah, to answer the phone and to deal with customers, things like that.
No.
Okay, so I was just asking because if anyone would like this, yeah, to be sent around the world, then brought back and moved around, yeah, so as and when was necessary. I don't know if that would be so good because, of course, if you want children, I don't know, maybe it's difficult. Okay, so call centre staff from Wrexham are taking turns. To take turns, what does this mean?
We change shifts. One team works now in New Zealand, and then the other team works there.
Yep, so they alternate. So
Alternate.
one time you're in Wrexham, next time you're in New Zealand, Auckland.
Like
next time
shifts? Like shifts?
Like shifts, but not quite like yeah. So it's kind of like shifts, but usually shifts is like your daytime, nighttime thing. It's like to cover in the UK what would be the night shift, but in New Zealand would be the day shift. Yeah, so that's why they're doing it. They're sending them, but they sending them maybe after a couple of months. Yeah, so after a couple of months, fly back to the UK, so they don't get, I guess, bored with the job, because all the turnover rate, the staff turnover rate at call centres, that means the amount of people who quit is quite high. Yeah, so usually people get very bored quite quickly in the call centres and maybe leave after 1 or 2 months. And I guess this also could be a way of motivating them. Yeah, so after a couple of months when they're starting to get bored, go to New Zealand. Yeah, oh, you're bored of New Zealand, come back. Yeah, maybe, I don't know if it's something to do with this as well, but that could be something. But I'm not sure. Yeah, but okay. So to take turns is to alternate. So one time it will be I could get you to take turns. One time Hazel reads, next time Mom will read. To cover night shifts back home in the UK. To cover night shifts.
To work in the period during night.
To cover them. Yeah. So to make sure that there's staff at this period. Because lots of people don't want to work at night. Yeah, because of if they've got family and things, it's inconvenient. So
it could be exhausting to work at nights.
At night, yeah. I don't know. Has anyone got any experience of working at night time? Overnight rather than in the daytime? Okay, yeah. So I don't know, or if you know anyone who's worked at night, because often the salary is higher if you work at night because it's not popular time. I guess nurses and things like that would do this. But yeah, okay, so that's that. And also call centres needing 24-hour service. With New Zealand 12 hours ahead, that just means the time. Yeah, the time zone is 12 hours. So when it's 9 o'clock in the UK, it's 9 o'clock in the 9 o'clock in the morning in the UK. It's 9 o'clock in the evening in New Zealand. Okay.
Martin, Martin, what's the meaning of clock off?
Oh, to clock off. So to stop work, finish for the day, to clock off.
Okay.
Because usually what you do is if you work at shifts, you will write as you leave how many hours you did. So yeah, today I did 8 hours. Today I was late. I write on the book 7 hours, and then this will determine your payment at the end of the month. Yeah. So your clock off, meaning you write how many hours you did, and that's usually when you finish work. I don't know if you have this system, but usually people are quite honest with this, which is quite surprising. Yeah. So it's built on trust. You write how many hours you worked, so that they'll adjust the payment accordingly. I don't know if you have something similar in your country. But that's what it will mean to clock off. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
To sign on, you could say to sign on, or to clock in. To clock in, you could say. I arrive at work. I clock in for work about 9 o'clock in the morning. I clock off at about 6 o'clock. That's what it means. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go on. Guys, any time when you've got questions, just shout out. So, Moneypenny staff normally based in Wrexham are still working day shifts, but provide late night cover when colleagues in Wales clock off. Okay, I think that's quite good. So it's basically the people in Wales finish at a certain time, and then immediately after they finish, after they clock off, the people in New Zealand start to work. So it's quite a good system. Before opening the office in Auckland, bosses asked staff if they wanted to work nights or relocate temporarily. Okay, this is the question I'm going to ask you. Action. Okay, so we talked originally about if you'd be willing to relocate to another country permanently, but what about this system? So, action. If you had a family, would you like to keep going backwards and forwards between New Zealand and the UK?
Hi, Mark. Hi, everyone.
Oh, sorry. You just joined, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was uncomfortable. Okay, so action. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay. So, I don't think so. I am actually I'm a lazy man, so I wouldn't like this work.
It's tiring as well. Yeah. So
Yeah.
to fly there for 24 hours or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tiring to do it for a couple of months.
Actually, I hate traveling.
Yeah.
So they make me so tired.
I like being somewhere new, but the process of traveling I find really dreadful. Yeah, so because it can be very boring. It is tiring, as you said, and frustrating if you're in a train or something for several hours, or in a plane for several hours. It's like, oh yeah, so
Yeah. So, for example, when I travel for 3 hours, my day is finished.
Okay, yeah. So So the thing is, your day's finished. You wouldn't like to worry about the traveling part.
Exactly.
Hazel, what about you? Would you? Okay, so action. You would choose then to work at night time rather than traveling to work in the daytime.
Yes, I would choose a night time. As a man, for example, I think my body works at night normal.
Yeah, so your body clock.
Yeah.
A night owl.
Yeah, my body clock is night owl, yeah.
You are a night owl, meaning you work better at the night time. Okay, Hazel, same question. Would you do this? Would you like to keep going backwards and forwards? Would you simply choose to work at night time?
No, I wouldn't choose to work at the night time. I don't like to work at night.
So you'll be happy to go backwards and forwards?
Yes.
Okay, it's interesting, yeah? So it's cool. Igor, what about you?
I wouldn't choose if I had family. If I would have family.
Yeah, if you had a family or if you were a bachelor, yeah. So compare the two.
Yes, if I would have family, I would not choose to work at night, and I would not choose to commute in another country. So I would find another job, and it's all.
Okay, yeah. So give it up, yeah, because at night time I guess would be inconvenient, and also yeah, to travel would be.
I not give up. I found another job. I would find another job.
Yeah. And ultimately, I think it will become very, very, very boring after a while. So if you're spending, I don't know, maybe 3 months in each country, 3 months in the UK, 3 months in New Zealand, eventually, you get really, really sick of it, I'm sure. Because, I don't know, yeah? I guess it will be a novelty the first time or the first 2 times. But after a while, you're thinking, oh, yes, we've got to wait at the airport. Oh, the plane's delayed by another 8 hours. Oh, yeah, so things like that. But Hazel, this wouldn't concern you.
Yes, but I would prefer to work in many places. 2 months in my country, 2 months in another, and and so on.
Okay,
and then it would be boring at all.
Get them to open a different office in different places. Yeah? Today I fancy going to, I don't know, Fiji, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Jason, what about you? So would you do this? Or would you prefer to work at night?
Yeah. I don't like working in night. I was working in call center before. I think it's very difficult to work in night. It's very hard because you want to sleep and you don't have enough time to take a rest. Yeah, so I don't like.
Okay, yeah. So it's difficult at night as well to, even if, for example, you sleep in the daytime. Yeah, you psychologically you're thinking, oh, this is sleepy time. Yeah, so maybe you work less efficiently. Yes. But Jason, if your boss said to you, you have these 2 choices: you can work at night time, or you have to travel around where we want you to travel every couple of months. Would you take this option?
Sorry, I can't hear you very clearly. Can you repeat?
Okay, so would you take the option of traveling between two different countries on the other side of the world, or working at night? So would you work at night, or would you want to travel to the different countries?
I, sh- I think I should choose to travel to another country and come back. Yeah.
Okay, so you would choose to go backwards and forwards, yeah? So that's interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
And also, yeah, it's true, yes, there are 7 spaces. We had we had 8 students a couple of days ago and no one else could join in. I'm not sure why, yeah? So, okay, this is interesting. Hopefully people can join if you want to. And also, Sam is saying about Siemens, yes? This is another thing, so jobs which involve a lot of travel. Don't know, yeah? So if that's interesting to people. But, Javi, what do you say?
Well, I think that I will prefer to travel abroad, to go to another country instead of working by nights, because I suppose that working every day, but always by night, maybe you are very tired the second day. So you will be very it changes your stability. So I prefer to go other country, maybe with your own family, because it depends on the weather, the time you can go to a school or something like that, and then come back to your country in holidays, for example.
Yeah. So also, a word you could say is traveling can become lethargic. So you can. Lethargic. You're lethargic. This means you're drained of energy. You're a bit yes, and no energy. That can make you lethargic. But ultimately, would this spoil the novelty of traveling? Yeah. So I guess most of us like to travel because we don't do it so often. Maybe yeah, because you know, work and stuff. So therefore, when we do travel, it's exciting. But if it became like your job, would this lose its appeal? So would you start to think, actually, yeah, so even when you go on holiday, you're thinking, you're not so excited because you think, I've seen the airport, I've seen the different countries and things. In my work, going on holiday becomes less exciting. Hazel, would you say so?
Sorry? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, and I've just realised, Sam, yeah, it's true, yes, I've just closed this. It's always bouncing. Okay, so Hazel, so do you think travelling as part of your job would make it become boring for you? As in the whole idea of travelling?
No, I don't think it would be become boring for me. Never. Okay, because I love traveling.
Okay, so it's always, if you see something always new, yes? That's good.
Yes.
Jose, what do you say?
Hello. I don't feel good working in night time. You are going to be crazy yourself, and you will be out there. So I rather to be relocation temporarily in another place.
Okay, and for how many years could you do this, Jose? So if they said every 3 months you're going between Spain and maybe, I don't know, in South America where they speak Spanish or whatever, I don't know yet.
Yes, the best for me will be 6 months and come back one time, visit Spain a year. But I can't live in another place, in another country, in another continent. No problem. But okay, so working in nighttime is very bad to my soul.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't make you feel good. Yeah, I guess so. And also, nothing's open and things like this. So there's no. I don't know if that's the thing. But Conrad, what do you say? You've managed to sneak in again.
Yeah, it's quite hard to decide. Pardon. I have experience to work during the night, working to a McDonald's company in United States.
Yeah.
It's not a good experience. A low salary. It's as with everything in the life depends on the salary.
Okay, so you can be is your motivations, yeah. So if the payment is right, you would do anything. This is the point. So if they said, for example, I don't know, yeah. So I don't know the salary, where they get with. But if they said, for example, I don't know.
For example, Martin, I know many people who works in Netherlands and live in Belgium, in the border. It's so easy to cross the border and go to Netherlands and value and vice versa, and that kind of things. Depend on the country you are thinking.
So you go where the money is, really. So if, for example, because some people want to travel, if this was like effectively part of the payment and you were getting less money to travel, yeah? So for example, I don't know. So would you be prepared if it was a choice of getting, I don't know what call something, maybe £12,000 per year in Wales, yeah? But if they said to you, because you're going to New Zealand and you're travelling, because of the enjoyment, we're going to pay you £10,000 per year, not £12,000 per year. Okay, so would this be worth taking a salary cut because of maybe the enjoyment of travelling or something?
It's difficult because you have to consider and taking into account many aspects. For example, apart from New Zealand, what about a Muslim country? The religion is an important topic. Oh, but in the case of New Zealand, I don't know, because the customs, I don't know, I am very traditional, I am very close to my country. It's, for me, apart from Europe or America, it's quite hard to choose another country. It's my opinion.
Okay, yeah, so this is quite interesting. The thing is, man, are you motivated more by salary or by things like traveling? So also it links to perks, so it's not just about traveling, but man, would you make a decision just based on salary, or would you base it on things like this? Yeah, so I don't know, because this company could say, well, we're giving you the quality of life, we're sending you to New Zealand, we're going to pay you less money. Or they could say, well, we're paying you more money because of the extra effort you're putting into it, so you've got to travel all the time and stuff. So man, what do you say? So would you want to do this?
I think I will choose the traveling.
You would choose the traveling, even if it meant a lower salary?
Yes.
Okay, yes, this is interesting. Okay, and Sam, what do you say?
Well, the salary is the most important, I think. But for example, if the company is offering a life quality, then maybe you can save that salary. For example, if the company serves you the full suppers and wait, okay, yes, I was saying that salary is the most important for me, but life quality is also a trade-off.
Quality of life, yeah, that's the thing. If it's does everyone know this term, trade-off? A trade-off. So you have two things, and basically what trades it off. So as in what makes it worth it to do the other thing. So it's a trade-off. You're traveling, so therefore you have to get a lower salary, for example, or you're getting a higher salary, so maybe there's less benefits. Yeah, things like this. So it's a trade-off. Has everyone else heard of this word before? A trade-off.
Yes. Yes.
Martin,
Yeah.
let me ask you. What do you think about if your company communicate you that you are translated to work in Ethiopia or Mali or that kind of countries in Africa? But what's the superstition about that kind of challenge?
Well, it depends, because lots of British people maybe want to do things like this, like volunteer. Yeah, so this is quite common, I'd say, particularly in like the gap year. So the year between college and university and stuff. Lots of people want to do things like this anyway, and live abroad in somewhere like that, Ethiopia, or I don't know, somewhere in South America or something, somewhere completely different, for 1 year just to get the experience. Yeah, somewhere different, and to volunteer in things like build schools. Yes, so that's very common.
That's suppose in that case. That's suppose
also
in
to
that
teach
case.
English. Yes.
It's no volunteers. The company says you have the obligation to stay here for 5 years at least.
If the salary was good, I'd go.
Okay, that's the point. Everything with the salary. That's the point.
Yeah, but
boils to. Can we say boils to? Everything boils to.
Everything boils to. Everything comes down to or boils to the salary. The thing is if they're saying 5 years, that's a big commitment. If they said 1 year for an experience, I would want the same, yeah. So I'd want maybe a comparable salary, but I would probably think, okay, that's quite interesting. But for 5 years, it's a big commitment. If you're taking a salary cut, and it's not somewhere you're particularly interested in going because of the language or whatever, then I think something else would have to pay. It doesn't have to be a salary. It would have to be worth it for you, yeah. Because if, for example, I don't know, someone sent me to a country of the language I was learning, then that's different. Because you're getting something from it, you're really interested, you want to improve the language, so then the salary maybe is not so important. But if you're going to somewhere, they just send you some random part that you just don't know much about and you're not particularly interested in, then maybe it's not worth it. Yeah. So if you're getting less money, but Shadi has joined us. Shadi. Okay, we'll come back. But what do you say to that point, Igor? So, in fact, Hazel is like she's got itchy feet for traveling.
Yes.
Do you care? Would you care? So, for example, if we said this to you, right? We're going to send you to some random country where you have no particular knowledge about, you have no interest in, as such, up until that point. Would you still go for a lower salary?
It depends. If I have a family, only with my family, I would go, or I would not go.
Yeah.
I would not let my family in one country and I go in another country. In no ways. But if I am single, I can go till to that time that my interests, like I said, do you know this expression, correspond with interest of company?
No, we don't say something like that.
Maybe not corresponds, but interdependent.
Interest fit or match, I don't know.
Yeah, match. Interests match with interests with my company. I mean, when I would find another job or this job is not interesting, I would quit.
Okay, yeah, so it depends. And things like so some people go to learn language and things like that, yeah, so that's different because you're getting something out of it. But yeah, and maybe you can develop an interest, but I think 3 months is good, yeah? So someone said 3 months, who cares about the salary for 3 months, I think, yeah? So that's quite a good experience. But for 5 years, really, I don't know, yeah, if it's worth it, yeah? If you're investing so much time and you don't feel you're getting much out of it, then I think that's difficult. But anyway, okay, so guys, I've got to go to the next class. We didn't have time to get more to read more of the article, but I hope it was interesting for you. You can read this in your own time if you like. But good to speak with you guys, and hopefully I can speak with you later, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye, Martin.
Okay, thank you.
Martin.
Bye.